Hello, today YouTube we have Gene with his top 4 rank 10 machine Infinitrack deck. You were killing people today, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's see what you played.
Alright, so first up we have, of course, the boss monster, Machina Citadel. He's a Raigeki. Targets any machine on the field, on your side of the field, and destroy it. You know. And 2 baby boss monsters, Fortress. This card's old as hell. It came back, what, 2011?
Still good.
Still good. This card will never be power crept, ever. Like, it's too nice. These two, like, break boards on their own.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so if your opponent tries to target this, you discard a card. If it destroys, you can trigger Citadel and pop a card at the same time.
Right.
It's kind of nice. And the other 3 Machinas are 3 Metal Cruncher. He's probably the second best normal summon on the deck. You reveal 3 Earth Machines, and you add 1 randomly, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, they don't have to be different names, right?
And no, they don't have to be in different names. They could be all the same name. It could be different names.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So you can search whatever you need. And we're also playing 2 Derek Crane and 1 Bullet. I'm playing 3 targets because of this guy, of course. If you want to try to kill somebody, you want to see these, because these make your 1 card OTK pretty much. And now for the Infinitracks, we got the best normal summon, which is Harvester. So the baby Infinitracks have the same effect, level modulation. This one adds any Infinitrack. And then 3 Dozer. So this guy tributes any Earth Machine, special 1 from the deck. It lets you get into your rank 5 to search whatever you need. And 2 Trencher. This is a pseudo extender. If you have a Machina, an Infinitrack engraved, you can special summon it, and it's an extender. It lets you play through Nibiru, lets you play through a bunch of hand traps. Good card. Have to play that too, because it's searchable by one of our cards. And then our 2 targets for Ancient Gearbox are Infinitrack, Drill, and Tunneler. So this one is the worst normal summon because you need an Infinitrack in hand or any good machine monster in hand to use this effect. But if you draw like these 2, it's still combo because you can still, you know, extend further. And this one does level modulate to make rank 9s or rank 8s. And the Brick, this is the worst card to draw. Every other card's better. Yesterday I literally drew like all day, but today I didn't draw it once, which is nice. So it happens. And for hand traps, we're playing 3 Ash Blossom and 3 Draw. And that's it. No more, no less. Hand traps suck.
Really good. But Droll's really good.
But Droll's really good because this deck can OTK on a button, so I always play Droll in decks that can OTK. Ash is just generic because it's low spells. Yeah. And now for our spells, we got our power spells, which are Heavy Forward. So Heavy Forward adds any Infinitrack and has other two effects, which are niche. Change attack position of an Xyz monster, attaches material, which does come up. And the best spell card in the deck pretty much is Machina Redeployment, because if you discard Machina, you can add any 2 Machina cards. If you discard a random card, you add any 2 Machinas.
It's very free in your deck.
Very free, gives you discard fodder. It's great Ash bait, especially if you have everything in your hand. So always start off with this to bait everyone. And finally, the last 4 spells are 3 Urgent and 1 Called By. 3 Urgent's weird because it's more of a go second card, but this lets you play through Gamma really well, and this lets you play through any hand traps. So it's like 4 ways of playing into hand traps.
Pretty good.
And if you send this with a double-headed Anchor Knuckle, you can add your level 10 for an OTK as well, which is nice.
So that's it for your spells, right? That's
it for the spells, and I'm playing 5 traps to cut down my traps. I'm playing only 2 Overdrive. Only reason why is because it's searchable by Redeployment, and this also procs Citadel and Graveyard because it destroys a card. And then 3 Torrential. And then, you know, if you use Torrential and Citadel, you get 2 Raigekis, so it's similar to what Prankits does, which is pretty nice. And everything in your graveyard just recurs itself, which is nice too.
Now for your extra deck, right?
Now for my extra deck.
40 cards, right?
41 cards.
Oh, 41, okay.
Yeah, I threw in that random extra urgent schedule to try it out. Now for extra, we're playing the worst link one in the game because it does absolutely dog shit nothing. Is Goliath. You play all three because you want all three in graveyard for your Pot of Avarice and Tunneler, which is good. And also it makes your Xyz monsters undestroyable by card effects. One Ancient Gear, Ballista. This searches box and also has a really good effect. If they have an attack position monster, you make it 0, and then you can OTK through monsters that way. Double-headed Anchor Knuckle. It's what you usually end on.
Card never goes away?
Never goes away unless you banish it. But even if you banish it, it'll come back because this does have the Pot of, well, not Pot of Avarice, but Zodiac combo as an effect as well. And makes your OTK button a lot easier because you get special level 10 from the graveyard, special 1 from hand, overlay, burn, attack for 6k. And a flex spot is the BLS. The main reason why I'm playing BLS is because at this locals I've been hit by Dimensional Barrier a lot, so yeah.
Or even trap decks. Like you said this against trap decks.
Yeah,
they can't really like out that very easy.
Outs Dragoon as well. This outs a Dragoon, so it really helps full as well. So that's it for the links. And now for our kill button, which is Gustav Max for time. You burn for 2k, you detach, attack for 6k. And if you didn't kill him, you can just overlay into Zeus, which is really good. And the other rank 10 is Dora. You make this going first if you're able to, or going second into an established board or into back row. Because if they don't out this, they lose a card on their side of the field because you pop it with Derek Crane, and then you attack him for 32, and he's just huge. And now for Infinitrack Xyz, we got Earth Slicer and Stormer. So both have the same effect. They destroy monster by battle. It sucks it up as material. This one detaches as many materials to target and destroy that many cards. So I got this guy up to 5 once and destroyed 5, which is kind of cool. This guy as well, he searches or dumps. So he's kind of like similar to Overraptor. So you either search your Earth Machine or you send it. So this is the way you play through Droll, because if they Droll you, you're like, alright, send Citadel, and like, alright, now you gotta deal with Citadel in the graveyard, which is pretty nice. And these guys also bring each other back by tributing a Machine Link monster. And if you tribute the level 1, you get a free Xyz material, and it can be destroyed by a card effect as well.
Nice.
And now for our level modulation targets, we got Phantom Fortress Interblafnir. So this outs Dragoon, this outs Dragoon.
Yeah.
So this deck can out Dragoon naturally, so it has no trouble. It's one of the best road decks that can. So it doesn't lose to 1 Dragoon like a lot of road decks do. But ding, you make this going into established boards. This, you can make, there's a 1-card combo, or 1.5, with redeployment. And you can make this Super Dora, banish card, and draw 2, which is pretty good.
Nice.
But you die hard and Nibiru in that combo, but it is what it is. And then Gaia Dragon. The reason why you play Gaia Dragon is because this guy comes back and you search, and then you have a defense position monster. You just overlay into it and, like, you know, attack.
Like you're just trying to hit for damage.
Hit for damage, put pressure, and overlay for Zeus afterwards. So Zeus is actually a very good card in this deck because you can hard make Zeus. You can hard make Zeus in many ways, but usually you hard make it with Harvester and the level 10. So
nice.
Harvester and the level 10 gets you into Zeus. Heavy Forward attaches to Zeus, and Goliath attaches to it. So turn 1, you can possibly make a 4-mat Zeus, which is pretty good. That can't be destroyed by card effects, which is pretty busted. And since it's a machine, and so is Dingirsu and Interblafnir, they're all targets that are able to be recycled by Overdrive, because it's not strictly Earth Machines.
And we'll turbo through your little, that's what, your extra deck, right? And then we'll turbo through your side deck.
So this side deck depends on your locals. 3 Dark Ruler.
You have a kill button.
Yeah, I can clear the board and set up my board and, you know, have fun trying to break 2 Raigekis or whatever. It depends. Then I'm playing more hand traps, 3 Lancia, and 3 Nibiru. This is overall good. This just kills a lot of decks, so does this. Other rogue decks. I'm probably going to cut them down to 2 each because I already play 16 hand traps in the main. I don't like playing more than 10.
Alright.
That's it for the hand traps. Then back row removal. I'm a broke boy, so I don't have lightning storms, but Twin is good in this deck because you need discard fodder. and Duster's Duster, right?
Yeah.
And the final 2 slots are our 2 floodgates of choice.
Oh god.
So this deck can out its own floodgates with double-headed anchor knuckle. So if you activate order and then you top deck a spell that you really need to use, you can just send it and activate the spell. So that's good.
Alright. Well, thank you, Gene. Good job on your top 4. We've been meaning to get your deck for a while because I know you've been doing it. We've just been kind of busy, but yeah, good job, Gene.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for having me.